kaya nating tapusin.
Radyo-katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo-katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo-katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 katipunan. Radyo, 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 katipunan. Radyo, 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 katipunan. Radyo, radyo, katipunan. Radyo, radyo, katipunan.
Are you feeling sore? We can make that better. Tune in to the Ateneo Senior High School's first radio program, SOAR, the Seniors On Air Radio, where you can listen to music you want, straight from our playlists. Don't change that channel yet, because SOAR is ready to put the you in youth. SOAR, Seniors On Air, here on Radyo-Katipunan, 87.9 FM. The Jesuit Hour.
Wait, what? No! Let's try that again. Join the fun bunch of the Hugot Hour with Father J-Boy as we talk about anything and everything under the sun. Share your everyday Hugot moments and everyday Hugot quotes. G, tara na! Usap tayo. Bring your own baon, bring your own Hugot. The Hugot Hour with Father J-Boy and friends gathers every Monday at 6:30 to 8 in the evening. Only here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM.
To listen to music that uplifts the soul, follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. Our music is also available on iTunes and Deezer.
Welcome to the Rundown, where we take you right into the action with the latest sports news, updates, game previews, breakdown, and analysis in, around, across, and beyond the Ateneo. And now, let's get ready to run down! Radyo-Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Follow at radyo-katipunan in our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Mamangha sa lalim at ganda ng ating kultura at diwang makabayan, sa mga salita at pahina. Sa tulong ng mga guro at manunulat ng panitikang Pilipino, halina't tuklasin ang yaman ng ating panitikan, ang pamana ng ating lahi. Ito ang Sari-Sari, tuwing Miyerkules, 11:00 ng umaga, dito sa Radyo-Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Iwasan ang pagkakaroon at pagkalat ng sakit na COVID-19. Palagiang maghugas ng kamay. I-check ang temperatura para sa lagnat. Umiwas sa matataong lugar. Iwasang hawakan ang mukha kapag hindi pa nakakapaghugas ng mga kamay. Iwasan muna ang pagyakap, beso-beso o paghalik sa ngayon. Maging maingat, maging ligtas.
Basta't laging handa at sama-sama, kaya natin to. Hatid sa inyo ng PCOO, DOH, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
Jesuit Music Ministry, music that uplifts the soul. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer. Get your daily dose of inspiration through our music. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube.
Do you have concerns or problems about the school? Pag may dilema, huwag mag-alala.
Sabihin sa sango. Pag may dilema, huwag mag-alala.
locate their boxes around campus and simply fill out the forms in the stations. Drop them in the box and boom, you're done. You can also fill out our forms online. This is a service brought to you by your Sanggu. Pag may problema, huwag mag-alala.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Calling on all young male professionals. Do you wish to live an extraordinary life? Are you tired of the routine and mundane and long for a dynamic, adventurous, and even dangerous life? Do you wish to make your life count and hope to make an impact long after you're gone? Do you wish to live a life of service to society, to country, and to dear Mother Earth? Then you are the one we are looking for. Consider the Society of Jesus. Join the Church's gallant army and turn your world upside down. Call the Jesuits Vocations Promotions Team 426-6101, local 3406. Once again, 426-6101, local 3406.
Meron? Ano nga ba ang meron? Paano nga bang mabuhay ng tapat sa meron? Don't you wish you can relive your philo classes? The terror teachers? The terrible oral exams? Or the even terrifying but liberating and life-changing aha moments? Lundagin mo, baby! Here's your chance! Lundagin mo, baby! Kasama ang mga pilosopong sina Jovi Miroy at Ron Capinding. Lundagin mo, baby! Leaping upward, leaping forward. Lundagin mo, baby! Leaping to greater heights, to greater wisdom, to greater magis. Lundag na, Ateneo!
Radyo, 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 katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Radyo, 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 katipunan. Radyo, 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 katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle kami, di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, radyo, katipunan. Radyo, 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 katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Kawan ni Ignacio, katipunero sugo. Todo sa kayod, tunong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing hiting at tigil.
In light of the recent lockdowns due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all upcoming episodes of Seniors on Air Radio are pre-recorded. This ensures that the production of our episodes can continue, while at the same time ensuring the safety of our hosts and interviewees, as well as giving our technical team enough space to maneuver within the technological limits that we have to face. We certainly can't wait to see you again live from our radio station. Until then, come fly with us at the safety of our own homes and enjoy the episode.
Are you feeling sore? We can make that better. Tune in to the Ateneo Senior High School's first radio program, SOAR, the Seniors on Air Radio. Don't change that channel yet, because SOAR is ready to put the you in youth. SOAR, Seniors on Air, here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM.
How's it soaring, Eagles? It's been a while since we last met, but we're back, and on an auspicious date at that. It's radyo-katipunan's anniversary week. Wow! So, yes, I'm DJ Orange Bear, a new face. I'm the Ateneo Publicity and Communication Organization's new org head. So yes, EJ, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am DJ EJ, and you know me from last year, and I'm back, but as a senior na, so sad.
Next to our lovely seniors, who I'm sure everybody's familiar with already, please reintroduce yourself.
Sige, I'll go first. Hi everyone. I am DJ LA, and I am very honored to be back here. I held the position of APCO's president last year, school year 2020 to 2021.
Hello, everyone. How do I call myself now? Because I'm definitely not DJ anymore. No, it's been 3 months ever since that fateful day. But anyways, hello everyone. Hello to our dearest viewers at radyo-katipunan. You're probably tired of my face. You've seen it a lot of times around our videos, and you probably already know me as DJ. But now I'm in college, so I'm not a DJ anymore. But anyway, I'm the previous vice president of this organization, and I am so glad to be with our juniors today, or well, the seniors now, and or our juniors. Anyway, yes.
Ayan, sige. I think it's my turn na. Hi everyone, I'm formerly DJ Clyde. So I was last year's production head, and today I'm so happy to be here finally as a guest of radyo-katipunan SOAR. So ayan, thank you guys.
And hello, so it's my turn now. So I am DJ Corbo. You can call me Flock in person, but I was the creatives head, and I am the editor of SOAR last year. And I would like to disagree with DJ, because once a DJ, forever a DJ. So you can call me DJ Corbo anytime.
Naks naman.
And I would also like to introduce, she is not here right now, unfortunately, but DJ Ace Castel. She is unfortunately not here, but she is also the APCO secretary from last year.
Ace. You will be missed.
You will be missed. That sounded so bad, kaya.
Oh, andun lang siya. Joke lang.
In our hearts.
In our hearts, yan. Tama.
Yes. Ayan, so I missed you all. Grabe, parang ang weird tignan na ako na yung nag-i-interview sa inyo. But to start things off, our first question is actually, could you share with us an anecdote that you believe encapsulates the APCO as a community and as an organization? I think Kuya DJ would answer this really well. And what can you say about that, DJ?
Oh, an anecdote that encapsulates APCO as a community in like the entire school, right? I think one great anecdote that I always will go back to is there's two actually. I think I'll go with this one first kasi I want to reserve that one more anecdote later. I think it's about the moments we partnered with the Capule. I think that is one of, if not the greatest contribution that we did in the ASHS community in the middle of the pandemic. Kasi there was always a problem nga na meeting the avance must continue. The town hall debates must continue. Kaso paano yan? So it was actually quite a risky move kasi syempre We didn't do this before. This is the first time we're partnering with Comelec back then. And natuwa lang ako na especially like before I continue, just want to give all the credit to DJ Flock right here, because wow, they have been solid editor who has edited a lot of the videos. Like without them, no, all of that wouldn't be successful. But at the same time, we all, that one anecdote that I just mentioned is like a great example of how APCO has been like beneficial to the community, because our efforts made it possible for our electorate, or basically you guys, to vote wisely even in the middle of the pandemic. And I think if I remember correctly, I think our organization has plans regarding that this year. I don't know. I'm not gonna give any leaks or whatever. But yeah.
Okay, thank you for that, DJ. And also, speaking of Comelec, no, the class rep elections is fast approaching. So, ASHS community, look out for that. And can you add to that, DJ Lali, DJ LA?
Okay, so one anecdote. I think what really yung tumatak sa akin is yung production teams. Like, what I could think of right now is when you guys were grouped together in production teams and you were able to come up with different ideas for your podcasts, your productions, whether it was about, like, I remember music, Philippine history and its relevance today, and then Ateneo Senior High School culture, and also the movie recaps. I think those are the things that I enjoyed most, kasi you were able to show what you really enjoy doing, and you were able to show a part of yourselves. So parang it gives me an idea na, oh, APCO, that is where you are free to what do you call this? You have creative freedom. You have creative freedom to like express yourselves, and it shows also the ability of APCO members to share their advocacies as well. So from the name itself na, diba? Publicity and Communications Org. So you were able to create public awareness on different topics that each member wishes to campaign or to share through the ASHS community. So ayan, I think that's I believe that's what encapsulates the APCO community as an organization.
So, but before you all became seniors, you were all once juniors. So, having experienced being in the APCO on-site as a junior and online as a senior, what are the most remarkable differences between the two setups? Would you like to share your experience, DJ Corbo?
Yeah, of course. So the glaring difference between the offline APCO and the online APCO is basically that we've actually basically rebranded the entire organization. Since the offline APCO, or the APCO when we were still in the senior high school building, it was basically just known for its recess radio, which is the radio program of the APCO that plays music during recess. And of course, it also serves as an advertisement board for orgs and events and KFTs. And of course, that is very different from the APCO that we all know today, that started last year in response to the pandemic, which became more of a so-called media org instead of just advertising. We also have advertising, and of course, aside from the media, the podcasts that you have made as well, we also started looking into potential partnerships, such as partnerships with the Comelec, as said by DJ earlier. And so I feel like, of course, those are the glaring differences between the two, but there are more that I have not even mentioned. And of course, the others might even say something about it.
Thank you for that. It must be interesting to look back, since we've never stepped on campus. Oh well. But DJ, would you have anything to say with regards to your experience as a junior?
Okay. I think I'll agree with Corbo with
Oh, thank you for that. It must be interesting to look back on your years as a junior. Do you have anything to say or add to that, DJ LA?
Oh, I think, ayun din, nabanggit na rin ni DJ Flock yung gusto ko rin sabihin. Because like, mostly in our grade 11 days, we only had to create spiels. We had to create spiels and we had to choose like music that would be played through the PA speakers during recess. And I think even before the pandemic happened, me and DJ were already planning. We already had plans and changing the way things initially worked for and functioned in APCO when we were still in grade 11. So even before the pandemic happened, we already had a lot of ideas in mind wherein we wanted APCO to be more, to improve more as an org and also to be more well known as well in the ASHS, not just for playing music during recess. So aside from not being able to meet face to face, I guess, and mostly bond with our members, one big difference then is how we were going to function as an org despite the circumstances. And luckily enough, because we are indeed a media org naman, we were able to adjust well into the online setup. So I think that's one of the parang advantages of being in APCO because we were able to like adjust easily. Although I can't say it's easily adjust, parang easy kami nag-adjust. There were a lot of meetings that we had, me, Corbo, Ace, and DJ during the summer. Like we met a lot of times for to make APCO in like last year happen. So I can say that despite these drastic changes, we have rather improved instead of struggled to like adjust. So we've improved despite the new setting naman. So, ayan.
I definitely agree with that. You know, as a member last year, I could say that the org translated very well online. So, yay! Props to you guys,
Yay.
of course.
Okay, now with that, let's move on to the next question, no? So for DJ Clyde, since you were the previous prod team head, how did the drastic change in the setup change your perception of the organization and the plans for the school year 2020 to 2021?
Ayun, thank you DJ EJ. And I think ayun nga, kung hindi na mentioned earlier, I wasn't an officer in grade 11. So I didn't know much of APCO back then. And nung grade 12, I joined APCO for the first time. Tapos as an officer na kaagad, similar with EJ. And the way I perceived the ongoing plans nung sumali ako, it was very, very impressive. Like, the four of them back then, they really laid the groundwork of what APCO is today. Nakakatuwa lang. And siguro when it comes to adjusting ganon to the online setup, I think it went well. Now wait. The question ulit, sorry, is the perception of the organization. Well, this time, ayun, nabagit nga kanina na there was this rebranding going on na parang it's not just for advertising na lang, but it's more for media. And the way we sort of set it up was all of the members belonged in the different production teams. Now, the key thing here in APCO is we really wanted all of the members, all of the officers to really have their ideas flourish compared to like last year na we were just taking in requests, ganyan. Now, with this sort of like newfound online platform, we really wanted to capitalize on the ideas of the members. Doon talaga lumalabas yung content, yung creativity, and nakakatuwa lang yung itsura ng APCO ngayon. It's really nice.
So, ayun. Grabe, no? Shout out sa previous members ng APCO last year. Tapos, since malapit na yung involvement week, Eyana, no? We have to look for new members. So, ayun. Kapag nakita nyo sa Sango page yung mga posts ng APCO, react lang kayo, share, and join as well. Ayun. Do you have anything to add to that, DJ Corbo?
Personally, actually, I believe that Clyde has already stated that, has already said that the most things that I would like to say. So yeah, I would leave it at Clyde's. Of course, I would leave it at Clyde's answer na lang.
Thank you, I guess. Charot. It's an honor. Charot.
Well, following that, an additional question is, do you think your relationship with us after 2021 and 2020 to 2022 would have changed if we met online? This goes as well for our members last year.
I think I can answer that one. Will our relationship have changed? Definitely. Kasi if we were physical, for example, then our Christmas parties wouldn't just be us bringing pictures of food into a Google slide, basically. What else? And we would have planned more team building activities that doesn't consist of playing online games in one round. Um, like we would have gone for for example, like ambaga na swimming noon, chart lang, or or like actually making that one ABS-CBN tour that that we almost had nung grade 11 kami actually become real. Pero wala eh. We're only here. And maybe also, it's not just between us, APCO, and you guys, juniors back then, yung magbabago. Maybe it's also the production teams we had back then. For sure, if it were physical back then, you guys would probably have like your own group dates ganon na kung saan you guys go eat outside after recording an episode or go do more fun stuff to bond with one another, especially that bonding with each other, building your relationship as a group is very crucial in all of our productions. So yes, I would definitely think there would be a significant difference. Pero I guess also and also like to say na as much I'm confident naman that we did as much as we can as the previous APCO to at least still have that sense of team building, still have that sense of building at camaraderie between groups at our limited resources that we had at that time. So yeah.
True, agree ako kay DJ. Like, iba kasi dynamic when it comes to online and offline, Tapos, but I still think na the online thing sort of like went well. Like the way we sort of like acquainted each other. For me personally, I think I got my personality across. Parang kung paano nyo ako nakilala through the screen, feeling ko ganun din ako sa mismong campus. Pero of course, hindi naman lahat ganun, but I'm still happy na it turned out this way, no?
I'd like to add lang yan, no? Despite the online setup, feeling ko nakatulong yan yung production teams and yung mentoring sessions. Because I think for me, I was able to like connect more with the members through those. Kasi like, if we weren't able to do that, imagine if we weren't able to do the production teams, parang overall, lahat general assembly every week. Because like we had like breakout sessions, diba? So parang may more focus groups. So I think mas nakatulong yan yung kahit papaano sa pag-deepen ng relationship namin with you guys, even with the members. So somehow parang okay pa rin naman, but I really think na mas magiging deeper siya if we met face to face. And I still do hope na we would meet in the future online. In the future online, what? No, in the future offline. So yeah.
And of course, I would like to add to the other three as well, because personally, the online classes were really difficult compared to the face-to-face classes, because you weren't able to meet in person. And in spite of that, I believe that everything we did for APCO, I believe that, of course, it went well rin naman. We had, in lieu of the groups in person and face-to-face, we had the production groups, which all of us handled, and all of the production groups were able to create a podcast that they were interested in. Even though it was short, even though it was short-lived, it was still possible for them to create at least a single episode. And even then, I feel like, of course, APCO would be better if it was face-to-face, but we really cannot change the situation that we are in right now. So this is the best that we could do for now. But even then, we still were able to manage APCO well, in spite of all of the restrictions and the lack of personal contact and in face to face. Yeah, I feel like it went well then naman.
Okay, thank you for that, seniors. That felt really, really sentimental. But now, here's a question for everyone. Of all the projects that you worked on as a part of the APCO community, whether that be during your junior year or senior year, what was the most memorable? So please share your chosen experience and what it means to you. If it aided in your development or growth as a person, please feel free to share that as well. So siguro, let's start with Kuya DJ.
I have to answer this. Oh my gosh. Because this is probably one of the most monumental projects that we did as an organization, and one that I'll never forget. And this is also very special because this is one episode in the entire SOR na sobrang laking importance na hindi ako nag-appear. But even if I didn't appear, it doesn't matter because it is still the most important to me. It would be the martial law anniversary episode. People don't know, or a little konti lang yung may alam na the person who actually help operate the interview with one of our special guests nung episode na yon is ako. It was just me and Corbo in one room with Miss Hilda Narciso, and that episode really struck me for a long while, even today. Let's just say, okay, wait, trigger warning for everyone here. Mentions of martial law, torture. It was a very heavy episode for me as an interviewer. Just hearing this, 70-year-old or above, old woman, clearly and vividly, retell her story of martial law torture, not just to herself but to her fellow prisoners at that time. It was really haunting. Kasi if anything, if someone can remember the trauma by detail for that long, we can all probably conclude that what they went through is really horrible, okay? For them to remember that clearly. And I don't know, Corbo, if you remember this, pero I'm pretty sure they just saw me na before and after interview, I couldn't just help but really appreciate the bravery of this woman to just tell her story. That's really nakakapukaw siya ng pansin, and at the same time, ang raming lessons na akong nakuha doon. I for sure already know that the martial law is bad, but just putting a human face into that entire event, even if it's just one face, and seeing how horrible it was something very eye-opening to me. Even if it's already obvious that the martial is a very bad period of our history, so I couldn't forget that, and it inspired me even further to just fight things like historical revisionism, for example. It inspired me to just be patient and educate those who still believe that the martial is a good thing. Kasi I would really educate them. I would tell them the story of Hilda Narciso, how I interviewed her in that 15 minutes, and I would really change their mind. So yes, Corbo, do you have anything to add with my answer?
Of course. I feel like, the same as TJ, I have to really answer this as well. The martial law episode was one of the episodes of SOAR, as he said, and the martial law episode was of course, it was one of the most, in my opinion, it was one of the most important episodes of SOAR that we have ever done, especially since, of course, as we have seen with DJ's answer kanina, the episode really impacted him in a way that is pretty unique to him, and that he, let's just say that he had a bit of an epiphany after that. After interviewing Hilda Narciso, of course, he told me na he felt like a different person. He felt like he really understood what the martial law was all about, what the horrors of it, and of course, yun lang. But including that naman, I would like to answer that the entire SOR actually was the most impactful to me, and because as you all know, I edited most of the episodes except for the first 2 or 3 or so, and recording everything and editing everything was a challenge for me, but I was able to handle it naman. And SOR, it pretty much became like a quote-unquote hobby of mine, like editing SOR and even editing the COMELEC town hall debates. Editing videos was basically what I mostly did throughout the year, throughout the last 2 years. And it really impacted me because I had a greater appreciation for video editing and even media production as a whole because of SOR and because of the town hall debate and because of everything that was done. All of the interviews, all of the graphics, all of them, they really impacted me in a way that actually helped form my interests and helped form what I am today.
I just have to emphasize this, like just to add this. Corbo might have talked the least in all of the source, but at the same time, without them, SOR will be nothing, okay? So the moral here is love your editors, appreciate them all the time. They really put in the time and effort to make all the videos really look good and neat. So yes, Corbs, we love you as always.
Ayan. Ako na ba? So sige, siguro yung short sharing ko lang. Mas light siya or mas casual ng konti. Kasi my favorite experience in APCO was more of not a project, but the actual parang interaction lang. So, to give like a bit of a background, since ako nga yung parang production head, I was the one who is parang tasked to manage the different teams. So, I always like conversed with them. What I really liked about what I did is the constant parang conversation that's happening between us and the teams. All these ideas jumping around. And ako pa naman yung very yung tipong tao na parang life-giving whenever I talk with people. So, kasi the thing with parang orgs, sana hindi naman to parang opisina na we just work. We join orgs, school orgs especially, kasi we want to have fun. So, I hope sa mga audience natin dyan, the orgs that you join, parang you get to enjoy them. And parang cherish every moment, ganyan. Oh, wow. Sige.
Sige, to continue na yan on a lighter note, I think yung akin, yung pinaka-memorable experience ko is when we finally launched their first episodes for their podcast. Parang, I was very excited that time, and we really want to push everyone to have like at least one episode uploaded because nagagahol na rin kami sa time noon and parang ang late na and everything, but we just really want each of our productions to have their first episode uploaded because like, I don't know, parang sa akin kasi yun na rin yung hard work nila, yung parang every meeting nila every week, parang we don't want to put all of those to waste, and we also want them to like enjoy what they have created as well and to be able to share that with the whole ASHS community. So for me, yun yung pinaka-memorable experience because having been able to see the members produce something that maybe they haven't like thought of ever producing before, and it's also hard to like collaborate with your teammates, especially if you have different ideas that may clash or may not. So parang it's hard to pull off like even just one episode. Eh parang nakita ko rin yun. It's not easy din pala. So parang nakita ko rin na even with that, nakita ko yung collaboration ng each members and how they really wanted to share a part of themselves in the podcast that they were able to create. So I guess yun yung pinaka-memorable sa akin. And yung dadalhin kong lesson from that is teamwork and collaboration. Because even with the APCO, parang very important talaga yung communication rin. Like having been able to talk with your members every week or like at least most of the time, because like you really want to parang make sure that your production or whatever it is that you're producing would be perfect, but at the same time you are also able to like collaborate and share your ideas with the other members. So I think that's what I got from that. And ayun, natutuwa lang din ako sa diversity ng mga members.
Truly, the essence of APCO can really be seen in all of the ideas of everyone in the org, and it's really a safe space to just say what you love, you know. So, and that's also why we're here, right? Why EJ and I are back or in APCO for our senior year. So, working on SOAR and other projects as a part of APCO, did you face any notable difficulties? Maybe you can start, Kuya Clyde.
Wait, difficulty siguro in the sense na on my end, siguro the production teams, siguro we could have like given them more time. If ever, kasi there were like a lot of external factors that went into play. Kaya parang na-delay ng slight yung episodes ng mga production teams natin. We had 4 production teams. And siguro yun lang yung parang naging overarching technical difficulty. Like there was recruitment problems ata in the council. So a lot of like the calendar dates, all the different meeting dates, they were pushed back. So that sort of like hindered APCO to give its members parang ample time to create more episodes. Pero yun lang naman, yung naiisip ko on my end as the production head. Maybe the others can, chip in.
Okay. Difficulties. I think like a general umbrella problem that I can state right now is that we were the pilot batch of the online classes, and syempre everything that we planned for APCO for that was going to happen last year was done on the perspective na okay, we're going to be having our org sessions in a classroom. But of course that didn't happen, so we had to reshape all of our plans. There is a reason why we have 100 plus meetings last year, okay? But I think it was always the adjustment into it, and adjustment is a broad term because there's a lot of factors below it, like how do we do team building in the middle of the pandemic? How do we operate our systems? How do we advertise? How do we learn? Ganon. How do we teach our members? Ganon. And there are a lot of difficulties simply by us being just a pilot batch. And I guess my greatest hopes right now is that our juniors have seen like how we struggled last year, and hopefully all of you guys have learned. And I'm really hoping that that from our mistakes, from the ashes rises a phoenix of drive ganon, in terms of making the org really good. Yes.
I can be next naman. So personally naman, of course, people have been talking about me editing SOAR, and I'll like to tell you, it's not an easy task at all to edit SOAR. It's not an easy task to edit almost every episode of SOAR. So to the future editor of SOAR, I wish you good luck na lang, because editing SOAR takes a lot of your blood, not literally, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears naman to edit a single episode. To edit a single episode, and also, aside from editing SOAR naman, editing the town hall debates was also very difficult, especially since in one day, I remember editing. I had to edit 4 videos in one day, and those are like all the town hall debates. Yeah, all of them were done in one day, and they were really difficult. And of course, I need to have a lot of determination in order to edit all of those videos properly and well. And I am just really glad that I was able to edit them really well, in my opinion. And I was really glad that I was able to. Actually, I was really glad to edit them in the first place, because those are the challenges I needed to improve my skills and my my proficiency in editing. So I really have to thank, of course, all the editing that I have to do throughout the past year in forming my interest for the media and for video editing. And Lali, you are next.
I'd like to reply lang kay DJ Flock. You did very well sa pag-edit. I'd like to commend you nga kasi
Yes.
yeah. I'd like to commend you because you were the only one editing these videos. I remember a time na parang may SOAR episode na nga, meron pang elections, meeting the advancer, and like there are a lot of videos that you had to edit, but you were able to pull them off. So I'd like to thank you for that. And also notable difficulties when it comes to SOAR din. Ayun nga, when it comes to like video uploading, parang there are times nga din kasi like when we film, time rin talaga yung important sa pag-record ng SOAR. So parang I guess I suggest then na when it comes to recording SOAR and editing SOAR, you really have to have a schedule for it and to avoid technical difficulties, because there were mostly sometimes na parang, oh my gosh, Carbo, we have to upload this. Oh my gosh, mamaya na yung upload. Parang ganun. Nag-usap-usap lang kami. But then like, realize na, this is why planning is very important, scheduling is important, and that is what I could suggest, the new APCO. So when it comes to like editing for SOAR, especially if you only have one editor, so like good luck to you guys, and ayun, thank you so much kay Corbo for making SOAR happen.
Ayan, so to our new editor, si Jaja, she's actually a junior, and ayun, parang as of now, she's still adjusting to this current setup. Pero good luck, Jaja. If you're editing this right now, sana narinig mo yun. Pero to add lang siguro.
Yes, good luck.
Yeah. So, ayun. To add lang, siguro as the previous social media head, sobrang hirap makakuha ng engagements. As in, hanggang ngayon pa rin naman. Pero that's probably because we're all burnt out na. Pero anyway, ayan na. On to our last question, which is yung pinaka-importante. And what has APCO taught you? Can you see yourself applying your experience within the APCO in the next chapter of Can you see yourself applying your experience within the APCO in the next chapter of your life? Let's start with Kuya Clyde.
For me, applying, like I've learned a lot from APCO, not gonna lie. Like being parang not camera shy, ganyan. Kasi I used to be very camera shy. Tapos ngayon parang less naman na. Pero if I were to like sort of like apply this, tama ba how yung question? Oo, ayan. So, I'm looking forward ngayong college, like whenever I speak with people, parang there's this parang aura, parang confidence na parang ina-exude ko. Na nakuha ko siya from APCO, from like talking with different people, interviewing, ganyan. And from the very essence, na nabanggit nga ni Eyana kanina, the essence of parang idea sharing, dun talaga lumalabas. Like, it's very, it's not like a hard skill. For me, kasi editing, very hard skill yan. Pero for me, it's the soft skills of knowing how to talk to people, ganyan, not being shy, and basically getting your words right whenever like you want to make friends or maybe like a professional meeting. So I'm so happy na I gained like a lot of like new stuff from APCO.
Ako, I'd like to continue from what Clyde said kasi medyo parehas kami ng answer. Pero magjo-joke man ako. APCO taught me love, taught me patience. Anong kanta yun? Kay Ariana Grande. Nakalimutan ko yung song.
Ano ba yan?
Sabi ko, taught me love. What?
One taught me patience. Okay, joke lang. Okay. So,
sige, alis ka na. Joke lang.
Pero on a serious note, APCO really taught me like, ayun nga, how to communicate and how communication is important. Like from the name itself, publicity and communications org, diba? So like speaking out your thoughts, sharing your ideas with other people is really helpful and also very fun because like you get to see what they have to say and you get to like open your mind to different ideas and collaborate with them to it. And I can see myself definitely applying this, especially in the next chapter of my life, which is college. And like, ano rin kasi, like my course is related to communications. And parehas kami ni Clyde ng course actually. So, magkasama pa rin kami sa college. So, ayun, really, really important talaga yung communication. And it's really important how you should be able to deliver what you want to say. And hindi lang siya yung parang may masabi ka. It should be like fruitful. It should be able to help other people then. And so, ayun, that's what APCO taught me. And yeah, I would definitely bring it for the rest of my life, not just for the next chapter, but for the rest of my life. So ayun, how about Corbo? What can you say?
I have stated naman that, of course, APCO taught me a lot about all my experiences with video editing. It taught me a lot, and it taught me a lot of new tricks and new features that I haven't done before, and that I was able to enhance with editing the SOAR videos and editing the town hall debates and the meeting the advances. Aside from that naman, of course, SOAR taught me how to SOAR taught me everything I know about aside from video editing, about interacting with people and how the workings of an organization is actually. This is my first time being one of the heads or being one of the officers in an organization like ever, and so that was a new experience to me. APCO, in my experience being the creatives head, it was, of course, it was my first time leading something, and yeah, so. What APCO taught me in a nutshell is basically how I learned to appreciate, love media production and video editing, and taught me how to lead and how to not command but lead a group of people to do a thing, or yeah, yun lang. So DJ, what did you learn from APCO?
Before that, tanong ko lang kay Lali at kay Corbs, bakit APCO taught me love? Wasn't our Valentine's Day special just us straight up reading letters of heartbreak? Di ba? Puro sawi yung letter natin. So, bakit APCO taught me love?
Grabe yun.
Shouldn't be APCO taught me heartbreak? Di ba? Nasaan yung love doon? Yung love, tapos puro iniwan niya ako para sa ibang tao.
Okay, you won't appreciate love when you don't experience heartbreak, so...
Ay,
Tapos
sabagay.
loving your work din.
Okay.
Diba?
Okay. Pero, for me naman, medyo cliche yung answer ko. Kasi APCO taught me how to communicate. Communications organization tayo, diba? But, seriously, one of the things I've struggled for the past, I'll just say 18 years, was always to communicate with others. I was a workaholic, and I probably still am. And I always have realized na, okay, paano ba talaga ako magkakaroon ng kaibigan? Or like, how do I empathize with others? And the biggest irony about this pandemic is that the biggest lessons, or the most important lessons that I had about empathy, appeared on the time where I was apart from people physically, and I'd always have to credit my time with my APCO on that lessons. Like I always remember the times where before meeting we just talked about how's life, kamusta MTech nyo, like buhay pa ba kayo, ganon. I always will take all of those lessons and just bring them to college. Lalo na ngayon, like I'm in a new environment, I want to make new friends, ganon. And just learning how to make friends and companions, and also having good work and friendship, and work and personal friendships with other people na hindi ko kilala but have became a part of the people that I cherish the most. That is something I'll really bring into college. And also in terms of communication, natuto rin ako na, okay, how do I communicate in a nurturing way, especially since I was a senior back then and I had you guys. I was nurturing my own production team. And also, how do I make more meaningful conversations? Kasi that's a very vital skill for a lot of episodes, especially for interviewing really people who have really deep expertise on whatever the subject was. Kaya it was always a skill that I appreciate on how to extend conversations, how to deepen them, ganon. So all in all, the biggest lesson I'll have in APCO, I guess, was communication.
Isn't that lovely, no? I think yes. Apple is a place where you can learn how to say words the way you mean it, no? So, pero pahabol na to. Last question is, if you could have one piece of advice to us, for the next one after you guys, what would it be? Yun.
I'll keep mine short, I guess. Ayun, nabanggit ko naman na kanina. Just enjoy it. Like, period. No, kahit gaano ka-complicated, ka-formal na mga forms, ganyan. Ala siyang silbi kung di kayo nag-enjoy. So, enjoy lang.
Siguro sa akin is trust. Trust in your core members, trust in the members, and also, most importantly, trust in yourself. Tiwala sa sarili. Like, you're in the position, you're given the position, so you have to trust yourself that whatever you will do, what decisions you will make, it will be for the best it will be for the best of the org and for yourself then. So ayun, also if you need help from us seniors or from your moderator and with your team, don't be afraid to ask always. Don't be afraid to communicate. Ayan, communicate first. So you shouldn't be facing your whatever problems that will come your way alone, because you always have your team behind you and with you. So yan.
I think I'll go next. So I agree with Clyde and with Lally to have fun and to communicate well. Personally, I believe in the saying that you should always be inspired, and you should be inspired to talk about your ideas to people, because it might be important to tell your ideas rin naman, or less it would be forgotten forever. For example, sharing your ideas for your production, for example, I believe that you should always communicate well. Like sinabi ni Lali, communicate well and communicate your ideas effectively, so that you may enjoy your time in APCO more.
And I guess lastly, above all else, make APCO a home that you'd want to go back to every single week. I assure you, if you accomplish that, basically, if you make an environment that you want to go back to, where you have friends that you want to look forward to in chatting, even in the most mundane of topics, if your members would look forward every week to meet their production team and just discuss the episode that they want to produce, everything will follow. Your ambitions, the next step forward for the organization, planning about the future, fixing the systems, legislation, politics and stuff, all of that will follow as long as your foundation is correct and is strong. So yun, make APCO a home that you always want to go back to.
We will surely take that in mind, syempre. So before we end, maybe you'd all want to give a shout out, as it's our case anniversary and it's the first time you're coming into college and there's all these exciting things happening. Yun. So please go ahead and give your shout out.
Sige, I think I can go first. Siguro shout out sa block ko, sa X2, galing Comtech. Solid you guys. I hope I get to know you better.
I'll go next. Shout outs, of course, to all the viewers of SOAR right now. Hello. I hope you enjoy this year's SOARs. Shout out rin sa the new editors and the new APCO APCOR. Nalimutan ko yung pangalan ng editor actually. Sorry na lang. Pero good luck, and I hope you have fun editing these videos as much as I did. And shout out to my old classmates from grade 11, grade 12, Hoyers Holland. Shout out to all my previous teachers from grade 11, grade 12 as well. And shout out to everyone, really. Shout out to my family, and shout out to most especially our former moderator, Mrs. Vlog. Thank you for being our moderator for the 2 years I have been in APCO. I really thank you for being there with us through our journey. Yan lang naman.
I'd like to give a shout out to my family and my future blockmates, Block X or like Roblox. Okay, and to Ate Sav, who I'll be meeting na because like she's studying in the ADMO school in the Loyola schools, and to the new core members and future APCO members, shout out to you all. I wish you guys a good luck, and future APCO members. So like I heard it's involvement week, right? So like guys, you should join the APCO family. It's really fun, and I hope that you enjoy your stay in the ASHS.
Oh, shout out! It's been a while, huh? Block HH. Hello. Block HH of the Interdisciplinary Studies Department. Hello. Also to Camille, Box, and Toby. Hello, rin. And to my former classmates in Grodetsky. Hope you all are doing well. And to my family, Lauren, if you're watching this. And lastly, to all of our state auditors, keep doing your job. You guys are all great. Yes, thank you.
Tama.
Before we go, final na talaga. Do we have any messages for RK in its lovely birthday week?
Ang solid nyo, RK. Period.
Yes, RK. Rich Katipunan. What? No, like
Katipunan?
no,
Ay,
because
pero
like they're
solid
rich
yun
rich, solid. Kasi parang nakakatuwa lang na it's still ongoing even in this online setup.
Yes.
Na even hindi maybe most of the like parang DJs aren't going to the booth in the radyo-katipunan station. It really makes me happy na patuloy pa rin yung production ng mga online shows, and nakikita ko pa rin sa Facebook like they're very active. So like please support all of the shows, not only SOAR but also the other shows, because we know na they have a lot to bring to you guys, and especially in letting you know about Atenean culture, whether in the ASHS or whether in the Loyola schools. So enjoy lang.
Okay, so to RK, I would like to say this. Ang ganda ng team song nyo. Pero happy birthday, RK. I wasn't able to join in any of the physical source, unfortunately. Pero I've watched all of them and they seem really fun. And I hope that we exude the same. I hope we exude the same energy as the sword there. Pero I would like to end it with this. Happy birthday, RK. More wishes to come. Sana you broadcast for longer. Yeah, thank you.
And I guess that's it for now. Please stay tuned. So we'll say bye for now. Bye-bye.
Sige, bye. Bye, viewers.
Bye-bye.
Woohoo!
Bye-bye.
That ends it.